It being 3 weeks since social grant beneficiaries were left frustrated at pay points, Postbank was hit by a technical glitch that delayed payments, and Sassa insists that all problems have now been resolved and everyone has been paid. But we know some people are still struggling to access their money and are begging and borrowing just to get by. So eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana also checking out the situation out in Vrygrond, this in the Western Cape province. Joining me now to give us the very latest. Nobesuthu, warm good morning to you, colleague. From where you stand, what are the beneficiaries saying? Sassa, on the other hand, is saying that everybody has been paid, the problem is wholly resolved, but is that a true reflection of reality from where you stand?
Certainly, Dumelo. In fact, where we are, it's an NGO that has now seen an influx of many of those that are social grant beneficiaries that are coming here for food, because some have not yet received their money or some have received half of their normal money. But I'm joined by Maimuna, who's the director of this particular organization, just to talk about, the impact. Maimuna, you were talking about the fact that when you started this organization, it was meant to assist the community, but because in these 3 weeks you've seen a lot of people who have not received their Sassa grants, they are coming here for help.
Yes, there's an increase, and especially where the seniors are concerned, from not getting their full pension. Some complain that they only received 150 rand, which leaves them destitute, and they're seeking the year for support, and that is where we provide them with a meal. The one container is not enough because we're giving them a 2-liter ice cream container full of food, but that is not enough. They come with a second container because they said that is not going to help them, if they must come the next day for a meal. I think it's very sad that the pensioners, must fight for their own money, and it's sad to see there's tears in their eyes that the money is not into their account. So yeah, it's a very sad story for us, listening to the seniors complaining about money that is, must be given to them, that is their rightful rights, and sad that they must come and stand in a food line. For me, that is just not on, that seniors must come and beg for food, whereas the government, are supposed to ensure that the funds that is, given to them is rightfully in their accounts.
And you are an organization that is not funded by the government. Just talk to us about the strain that this has put into your organization recently.
Our health and nutrition program is not a funded program, but due to the lack of finances and the high unemployment rate, and especially with this problem with the seniors, we have 150 seniors here every day queuing for food, and just to find out that that they're waiting eagerly for their pension and that the pension is not into their accounts, that is really disturbing for us. We don't have the funds. The program is not a funded program. We are now also, once again, for 15 years we've been applying. Now we're applying again by the government to support this health and nutrition program, because we see the reality of the community and we see how the people are suffering. So we are here on the ground, and it's time that the government pay attention to an organization that is based within an informal settlement, that knows the reality, that sees the reality, and that is living proof of the community's reality. So yeah, we are struggling here with this program. It's not funded in any form, and we call on the government to take a look and see how they can get involved.
All right, thank you very much, Maimuna. Tumala, you would see just behind Maimuna, they're already preparing for lunch. They serve breakfast from 9:30 in the morning, but already at 10 o'clock, their pots were already empty, talking about the demand of what is being needed by the seniors. I'm also joined by Mr. Freddy. Freddy, you received your pension or your Sassa grant, but not in full.
That I didn't get any full, only got 1,030 rand. When I went for the other 1,007 rand, I couldn't, every time I go in, it was insufficient funds. Then I went to the bank, they also told me they can't reverse the money. So I don't know what happened, I never received the money.
And like other seniors that are are struggling, you are also dependent on the aid that Maimuna is providing in the community. Just tell us about the struggles of not being able to even buy groceries in your house.
Yes, that's true, because why? There's rent to be paid, there's medicine to be paid, my 2 children don't work. Everybody comes here for food, but the government makes nothing. They see the struggle that we're in, but they don't help us. So I would like somebody to stand to the government. That's all, thank you.
And obviously with the money that you receive, do you still have enough funds to carry you throughout the month?
No, like they say, we're only 1 day millionaires. It's only for a day or whatever, then it's gone. So we can't manage with that money. But yet they still steal from us.
Do you think next month you will be able to receive your money in full and also the balance?
I hope so. Truly, I hope so. It's not going to happen again. Because it's not only me, it's a lot of people in our community that is suffering. But everybody said they got 50 rand even. I'm so one lucky one, they got 1,000 rand out of it. But I mean, it's not fair. So the corruption must come to an end in this country.
Thank you very much, Freddie. Well, Tumelo, we're hearing from Uncle Freddie saying that he only received half of his pension money or Sassa grant money, and he's hopeful that by end of October, or rather in the beginning of October, when he's meant to go and collect his grant, he will be able to get the balance, including the money that he's meant to get next month. But he's saying that, I mean, it's a big impact to communities like in areas like Vrygrond, not only here, but also other communities where people are solely dependent on Sassa funds, and yet you see communities are still struggling. And obviously he's helpful, or rather thankful, to organizations like these ones that are assisting the communities, and especially him also relaying the message that all his family is dependent on his pension money, and also they've been coming here when he was still struggling to get his money, and is already saying that his funds are already running out, so he will definitely be making this particular place a home for himself, especially where he needs food.
And we also heard, from the NGO representative there, Nobesuthu, saying that, this NGO or this initiative is not funded by the government, and they are just trying to bridge a gap in as far as, beneficiaries right now struggling to get food, struggling to make, ends meet because of that non-payment. We'll leave it there, colleague, but thanks for bringing us, this story from where you stand, Nobesuthu Hejana, out in the Western Cape. We understand that in Joburg, Wetlhoni is same issue again with some beneficiaries still not being paid, as well as where, Nobesuthu is in the Western Cape, where some have received even as little as half of that money. And every time they go back to check in, it simply says insufficient funds, meaning that they need to keep trying. But that is time, that is, more money spent, probably more small loans being made just to try and get to the bottom of the monies being fully paid. We'll also try and give you the very latest on this issue as we get these developments on the ground.